got to get that mental health. You know, God is
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
I like that shirt. That's cute.
Good morning.
Yeah,
Good morning. Oh,
it's cute.
that is just my little 80s, 90s R&B shirt. Wore to the concert.
I like that.
It was the
Good
closest
morning.
thing.
Y'all like, tag, and share this video. Like, tag, and share the video. Let's make sure that we got some people that can come on. Kristi, I hope you had an amazing day. This is the day that the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it. I hope you had an amazing yesterday.
Ooh.
Yesterday was amazing. Oh. The medicine struggle, y'all.
What I'm going to do is take my blood pressure pill and my heart pill, baby, every day.
Take a pill. Take that hard.
Especially that heart pill, child.
Y'all go ahead and do me a favor and like, tag, and share the video. Everybody that's watching on the replay, what's going on with you? Okay, so Kristi.
Yes.
That's me. It's so much going on in the world today. And girl, like, whew, I was looking at a post yesterday. So I'm just want us to dive right on into this conversation. That conversation we had on yesterday was so amazing. Thank you so much. Big shouts out to Kristi's brother, Mr. Ballard, for Minister, Pastor, soon to be Dr. Ballard. Thank you so much for your clear clarity and updated and just your overall view to let us know exactly what to expect, huh? You know, and your perspective was one that I can rock with that. I can rock with it. I was already, Kristi, okay with, being who I need to be in the Lord, in the army of the Lord. But he just reassured and reaffirmed me, that even if I did decide to shack, I wasn't gonna go to hell. Because I shack. Good morning. The doctor told me I wasn't gonna go to hell because I shack. Some folks got the folks a fear of hell is bound if you shack. Yeah. Like if you drink, you're going to hell if you're drinking. If you're wearing pants, you're going to hell. Listen, saints going to hell for a bunch of stuff. But the stuff they going for.
That's what the people say.
If God look at our outer, baby, we out of here. If that's all, come on, Cup Cam must please. That's pretty.
It says, "Dear Mom, I get it now."
Yes, that's cute.
Yeah.
I like that. Dear Mom, I get it now, and that's the truth. So yeah, Kristi, I just had been watching a lot of the videos and some of the horrible things that is happening with Christian single women, also public figures. I am so ticked at how they treated H.E.R because she is posted up with the horse, looking good, and enjoying her birthday photo shoot. I hate how they are. I'm so ticked about how they are treating Simone Biles. And congratulations, Simone. You did that, baby. The fact that it was a amazing personal wedding ceremony for you and Mr. Owens, baby. And you pulled it off. You showed the people how, baby, you look good in $100, in $1 million. Still in all, it's about the love that you have. And people are trying to be shady with that baby because her edges wasn't laid to the perfection of what they wanted done. Sweetie, it's a whole lot of money on that picture. So let's not, that be my part, Kristi. Let's not forget that this girl got a whole lot of money by herself. Then she just happened to marry a man who got a whole lot of money by himself. Oh, it's a whole lot of money on that picture. And you sitting there worried about some edges. And the girl just basically showed you that you could take $120 and some $35 shoes and show up at a court, and you and your love, real love, if that's what you love and that's y'all love, can show up and have a real good time. Not to only, and we I guess people are putting to the side that the girl about to go out of town, out the country, and get married and do the big wang dang doodle and all the other things, you know, with the family and friends. But she wanted something personal. He wanted something personal for them. But the problem that I'm having, Kristi, is that we so super safe and we on the clouds beyond God. And like just what it is that we believe, like we sitting at the right hand of him, and he has signed us up as the judge, the jury, and all the people above. And we now have something to say, like as if this person's dress is going to place them in a whole hot hell.
Well, you know, people just like as I saw the Jekyll and H.E.R. Picture, and I saw the, you know, I saw more people posting like, come on, y'all. Is this all we got to talk about? Yeah. You know, I saw more people.
Yeah.
I saw more people in defense for Jekyll and H.E.R. And when I saw the picture, I was like, she got yams. She can't hide them yams if you paid all day. She got yams. I mean, you could have put it in a frumpy dress, but at the end of the day, she got yams. And I think there was nothing wrong with the way she was dressed. But I also think that just lets you know where people are. That basically, here's the deal. The girl is beautiful. Jekyll and H.E.R. is beautiful.
Very beautiful.
Why, first of all, do we have to make pretty and holy not be attractive? That's just number one. Holy and being pretty, it can't go in the same statement. Saved, Christian, pretty, fine, sexy does go together.
Yeah.
I think the fact that we've made it a point to where you don't look like this if you're like this,
absolutely,
and it's still carrying forth, I think that that's a huge problem. And you know, I don't think it was a lot of the younger generation.
Oh no.
Or like you and I, it was, and I love the mothers. I love the mothers of the church and the elders, because you need the elders. Like, it's some things elders will tell you, elders have been through. So I think it's just, it's
I don't even think it was that group. I think it was that mid. And
if you find it offensive,
and they teeter-totting into the elder area, but they right behind us. I mean, right before us.
I think if you find it offensive, me personally, I'd be like, you probably need to check yourself. Like what did that spark up in you that made you think, oh, that's not right? Because she's fully clothed. And to me, even if she wasn't, okay.
But my thing is, what she's supposed to do? She out there with a horse.
But that's my thing. I'm like, she's posing by a horse, which means that's probably her riding clothes. You don't ride a horse.
Well, they probably wanted her to wear the church picnic outfit, which is the jean skirt to the floor, the sketches.
Well, the skirt is just easy access. Let's just be honest.
And the over frumpy shirt. That's church picnic.
I think her picture was fine. I think actually she could have got way more distasteful. She could have gotten real distasteful with a horse and some riding pants, if you ask me, because there's a whole lot of poses that when I saw the uproar and I saw the picture, I was like, baby, she could have done way more than that to give y'all a reason to say, whoa, now wait a minute, girl.
Yeah. I mean, coming from a horse rider, trust me, the posts can get real. They get real.
But I haven't seen anywhere where she has made a statement. And honestly, I love it when they don't make a statement. I'm glad that I hope she don't make a statement. I hope she don't even give them the time of day. Because like I think she don't need to give them the time of day. I hate that Simone Biles had to come out and say something.
And
I love it when celebrities and whoever can take that and be like, because when you don't give attention to it,
yep, it go away.
Well, this world, I mean, we this whole world got ADD. We got a short attention span. We on to the next one. The minute this one happened, we on to the next one. So, but you know, I hate when celebrities got to take the stage and feel like they need to address something. Man, bump these people.
Yeah, Monica said she had a problem. They had a problem with that, but Donkey don't. That's true. And again, they still
think
they still think that Jacqueline Carr is 14 when she first started preaching, and we met her as a little girl. The little girl has grown up, y'all. She's a grown woman, very grown woman, and she still saved. She still feels the Holy Ghost. She still prophesied, laying hands. She is. But why do we have to judge people based upon their appearance? And because the thing to me is this here, Kristi. We've talked about this before. It's in Kristi's book about the church and hurt and situations. Kristi, we talked about folks that sit up there and be dressed to the nine, and they know how to do all of the church isms, oop and up and beep and all that on time and cue, the claps and all. And girl, they be the main ones that be in the back of the room in the church restroom.
Pop, lock, and drop it.
Pop, lock, and drop it in the pastor's office. I'm just saying. So, like,
and I don't see nothing.
And then you got this other lady that comes to church, Sister Bowl, but we call her a heathen because her skirt is two inches up against her knees, and she got a shirt that show at least her shoulder, the little shoulders here, or the part of her, like my chest right here. And now she's a heathen and she going to hell, and she should be ashamed of herself dressing like that. And she sleep with every man in the church. And real reality of it is, she ain't sleeping with nobody. She come to church and go home and bother no one. And got a real relationship with God. So
even if she was, that's her bag.
Right.
That's her bag, baby.
But I'm saying it to the place of you know how it look like. We looking at folks like, ooh, Kristi super saved.
Oh, baby, I always get the comments about my attire. I'm accustomed to that.
You know, my outfit for my birthday yard party was, oh my God.
My outfit's been went against the grain, probably from the beginning of time.
Hey, against the
grain. And you know, whenever I first became to know the Lord as a teenager, I did modify my clothes. I started wearing things that were too big and this. And I will say this about my ex-husband. I will give him this. I give credit where credit is due. He was one of the first to be like, girl, you better put them clothes on that fit.
Listen.
He's like, put it on. Like don't do that to yourself. He's like, buy the clothes in your size.
He was married to your husband.
But even before then, he was just like, put the clothes on.
Dating him and everything. So he didn't want you looking like no
well, he was just
like fool in these streets.
He could see that I was obviously good morning you too. That I was obviously buying clothes that were too big. And he was like, girl, that's too big. Put some on. But he actually, it sounds so silly. We would joke about it. He actually will prefer whenever we like what, you know, you have to go out and do the whole thing for the peoples. When you the worship leaders better have, you got to put the show on for the peoples. He would really prefer that I would wear stuff that would show my curves and give a little cleave. Now I'm pretty sure that was more for his little ego, maybe so.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, men want to show the folks what they got. That's just that on that. So he'd be like, "No, put this one on." I'm like, "I'm gonna be on the front row with this and that." Mm-hmm. I'm like, "Oh Jesus!" But you know, I got delivered from that a long time ago. And I'm pretty sure Jacqueline Cole, I don't give a darn. I hate that Simone Biles had to come on and do that. Mary started off and they said it best. They like, we gonna put this on. Yolanda Adams dresses the way she needs to dress and looks good. So I mean,
Erica Campbell did it too.
Yeah, Mary, all of them. Yeah.
Chris said, but not that big. People just want something to talk about.
Yeah, it was buns and riding pants. That's just what it was. It was buns and riding pants. If Vicky had it on, they wouldn't.
I'm trying to figure out where was it? What was disgraceful part? Because
nothing was disgraceful. They just was mad.
They're riding pants, people. Riding pants are fitting. They fit.
If she had on workout pants, them yams would have looked just like that. If she had on jeans, them yams would have looked just like that. If she had on a skirt, them yams would have been yamming.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm more, but this is the type of chick I am. I'm more like, Jacqueline, what kind of routine you doing to get that dunk to sit up like that? Because I need to work out with you. That's something I would say, like, girl, how you get that dunk, do that. Because mine don't be dunking like it used to at 45.
You gotta do them squats. They say you gotta do them squats, them up and downs like that.
Don't be dunking like it used to do. I'm 45 and it just is, I feel like I need to just do some extra, you know, them hormones and all this stuff be coming
just
up.
Put on some compression pants. Just put on some compression pants.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't, and when I saw the Simone, I was like,
Tangela say side planks. Oh, Jesus.
Yes, Miss Tangela. Yes, Miss Tangela. Planks will humble you real quick. When you think you done something, you look at that watch and it say 5 seconds, and you be like, I know I've been on here. I've been doing this plank for 10 minutes. I know it ain't just been 5 seconds. But you're right, Miss Tangela. Them planks humble me every time, baby. Humbles me.
Good morning, Sam.
Good morning, sir.
No, I can't do no planks. I'ma just have to let my dunk on slide. And give me some compression pants. Give me some of them church. My dunk coming in Amazon.
Oh,
it'll be a Monday. It'll be a Monday. But I'm telling you, Kristi, like, I want to know, like, why is clothes so much of a matter, and why do we? Which this goes back again to, no one is putting any type of discord, discredit, and all these things to what we are supposed to do in order for church and as Christians. What we're saying is simple. All these isms, schisms, and things that has been placed to a judgment place, why do we have to consistently, continuously live in these kind of little bubbles, and we're not even making any sense to a place to where we are now being able to grab the people? We're not even able to do that. Tamla Mount always showed that big butt, but nobody talks about her. No, because
she had no choice.
Listen, Chris.
Well, and let me tell you why. Because they consider, and that's a good point, Chris, that you point out. And let me tell you why. Because Tamla Man, they considered to be. Tamla Man came around on the age where being plus size wasn't popular.
Yeah.
So Tamla Man was made popular when plus and not attractive was somehow put together.
Yeah.
But these days, baby.
Yeah. We don't
win. But yeah, you're right. They ain't gonna tell her that. And then they know. And let me tell you something else. What they know, Chris. They know David Man. Is that his real name? Her husband will clap back before the ink is dry and before the sentence is typed. Yeah. People know who to play with and who not to play with. Even the media. The media. But that's true though. That's a good point. That's a good point about that.
And she earned it right, Kristi. She really did. She struggled. She talked about her struggles with her health and how she's had so many encounters with death based upon her health. Like, she had to do the surgery. She had to, life change and all these kind of things. But not only that, too, she wanted to have a body that she was feeling good with.
And that's all that matters.
I said all the time about her self-esteem. Y'all don't understand that there are a lot of people, contrary to popular belief, there are a lot of people who have self-esteem issues with their bodies, whether they are big girls or little girls. There's always some woman that is out there having a struggle with their weight. There's a man out there that's having a struggle with their weight. So please understand that part. You sit there judging people based upon what? You want them to wear this, you want them to wear that. And then here's the part that gets me, Kristi, is that the people that be coming across the street for folks like that, you look at them, because you know we good for looking at somebody's social media page who have the nerve to even come up with it. You look at their page, it's like, so
miserable.
You went to fashion wear,
miserable,
and you're dressing how? And we can model ourselves behind you, because if you're gonna talk about it, you got to show them the way, right? If you're gonna say something about somebody, you got to give them a solution to the problem, since it's a problem. But you don't have even a solution to the problem, because you sitting there looking like somebody need to take you and shake you into the make me over. Because no, yeah, the lady who said it, I'm like, you're not super deep and wonderfully made because you run around here with a headscarf on your head, basically, and you got this long dress on, and you wearing this "We in the Army of the Lord" shirt, and you know you wearing these t-shirts, and they down to your knees, and you try that what? Because who said you gotta look like you homely? Like you just countrified and you ain't got nothing that's gonna. And what I mean when I say homely and countrified, meaning that there is no dress code of any type of cutesy or anything that you're trying to really convey across, and just a shine of rays of sunshine showing that you take some kind of care into who you are. Because believe it or not, whenever we as women, I've been a woman 45 years, I ain't been nobody else. When we get our hair did, we put our clothes on. I don't know about you, Kristi, but I be in myself.
Can't tell me nothing.
You better not tell me. Listen, I live for the Aprils. When I go and do, baby, listen, I got a big photo shoot getting ready to come up. Y'all know how I do, y'all. Gotta give y'all this. Make sure y'all understand, baby. Once I get this good beat on the face, I get this hair, these curls, that one time hit it curl, just one time, one hit curl. Oh, it's on and popping. And I got some outfits that baby listed. They risky. The Saints gonna be seeing the risk. I'm taking a risk.
I don't
because I'm 45. It means those uncomfortable. She say uncomfortable, built, insecure, low self-esteem women that always had something to say. Truly, the Leah is real in the Bible, y'all. They say Leah was tender to the eye. Leah was tender eye. So the word of God talks about ugly. Her name was Leah. She was tender to the eye, like physically tender to the eye. Like she was not beautiful. Her sister Rachel was beautiful. The Bible speaks of their beauty. So the talks of beauty and what beauty looked like, it's in there. Yes, the Bible speaks about don't be vain in your beauty. It does. And that's for those people who are beautiful on the outside, but they ugly on the inside. But we're not talking about this. We're talking about the factors of, and then Leah's daddy was so wrong. He sat up there and tricked Jacob because Jacob thinking that he finna marry Rachel, the beautiful one, who he desired, but instead by Leah, the ugly one. So the daddy had to trick somebody to marry his ugly daughter. That's another thing. Y'all sit up here acting like you so spiritually deep and wonderfully made and all of these great things, and you cloud walking, and you just sitting around here ugly, physically ugly, but you trying to attract somebody with your what? With your speech, with your words. And then here's the part that kills me the most out, Kristi, is that what will end up happening. Good morning, Dr. English.
Good morning.
Here's the part that will kill me out so much, Kristi. Then you become, they put you on some clothes. You all of a sudden they put you on some clothes. And because again, it ain't nothing like getting a good man. Now all of a sudden you want to change your appearance. Now all of a sudden it's okay to wear the outfit that was at one time was wrong. I'm down and talking for us singles. Y'all married folks gonna quit coming for us singles. Y'all leave us alone. Tangela reading the comments to catch up. We know you're not gonna sit up there and keep playing in our faces like that. We are single, sexy, saved, satisfied, and excited for Christ too. But we're not gonna be around here looking like we broke down and no, because that ain't gonna attract no man our way. And I don't want my brothers to have to trick nobody, Kristi, to marry me because I'm sitting around here looking ugly. We ain't doing that. No. And guess what? Jacob wanted Rachel so bad, he went through that phase with her. Okay. Think about how many people running around here with some ugly folks. But they all up in your DM. And they talking about how pretty you are. And you looking at their wives like, ooh, he must love her from the inside because that thing need to be flipped over. Oh, come on now. We do talk. We say that.
Whatever makes you happy.
Right. Right. Because we don't run around as singles sitting around here worried about y'all like that. We really don't. Let me say that from the single community.
At least I don't. I can't speak for all. Some singles do be worried. I ain't gonna lie. Some of y'all singles, y'all be worried.
Well, I'm gonna say for the single two women that sit right here on the early bird encouragement chat, we don't be sitting around here worried about y'all good married sisters like that. Only thing we be doing is just praying for you and keeping it pushing and moving. But we ain't sitting around here. That's what we doing. Nikki, you not married because your mom. It be your own family members. But that's what I'm saying, though, bro. Mine is not because I'm not pretty, baby. I'm beautiful. Don't play with it. Just be yourself. People need to just mind their business. That's the part that pays them the most. Monica is mind their own business. And yes, brother, I do have a slick mouth. Yes, you're right. Don't do me. One day I'm gonna get one. Don't play with it. But I'm saying all this to say is that we're sitting here and we are missing the times and opportunities, Kristi, to speak about it. And then this is Mental Health Month. Where in the mental, help us there, therapists, where in this mental mindset does it really, really, truly resonate for that individual who decides to say, this woman is not representing Christ. She's looking worldly. And I'm trying to still figure out, what does this worldly look like? She's looking worldly because she's wearing her yams out as if she can do something about it. And she's posing with a horse.
Child, I don't even be giving it that much attention. I'm still like, child, y'all that bothered my jiggling car with her riding pants on. I feel like that just lets me know where you are. It just lets me know where you are in your walk. I mean, maybe that was a struggle for you. Maybe it's still a struggle for you. You have to be mentally ready for marriage. Oh yeah, definitely agree. I was an active praise dancer since I was 16.
Oh yes, please talk about that.
I danced until
they want y'all to wear church skirts and
I danced until Jesus, let's just say like 38, 39, like actively dancing in the ministry. When I joined Word of Restoration, I was just like, I'm just gonna focus on the youth. And then there was a time to where I was just like, dancing is a huge sacrifice, and I loved it, but I just decided I just wanted to go into teaching, or just every once in a while, if you need for a special event, I would dance. So I just kind of started doing that. But I recall with the dance conferences I helped put on, dance workshops and all that stuff just throughout the years of dancing, that attire was a whole segment. It was a whole session. And because, of course there are praise garments, and we did the whole education of all that. But more than that, I recall when I was a dancer, and it doesn't matter what church I was at, what it was going on, we literally spent more time than I felt there needed to be having to worry about if this is going to look like this. Okay, let's put this skirt on. Okay, okay, Kristi, you're top heavy. Okay, so I would have to probably put on extra underneath because we don't want to offend nobody. We don't want to offend the men. We don't want to make it seem. We spent so much time trying to hide what we just naturally had. I mean, I couldn't help my breastises, you know. Some women could not help their behind. So, but I remember us having to put on our garment, and you do a dress rehearsal. Of course, you want to make sure nothing is falling out. But we had to make sure, oh Lord, when we do this kick right here, somebody is jiggling this way, or oops, let's put another bra on you. It's just the amount of coverage. You know, some teenagers, they just develop faster and they couldn't just wear the leotard like everybody else. And then you have like one teenage girl with just a big flap over them. And it's just all because you don't want to offend the men, or you got to make sure you're not calling attention to their body part. I mean, I remember us as adults deciding what color toenail polish we're going to have on our toes. You know, you praise them, most time your feet is out. We purposely didn't wear red color, red toes, or this and that, because we just didn't want to, like, we were that worried about the not offending men and coming across wrong. And I remember thinking back then, I think I said it in one, I'm pretty sure I said it in a couple of meetings. And I was like, look, if they looking at our toes that hard, they the problem and not me. If they looking at my toes and saying your toes this and this, then they the problem. And why do we succumb to this? I can't help it that I have big breasts. I can't help it. The Lord ain't worried about it. It's just like think about it. And it would just be all of that. I would hate to see that 15-year-old girl that just developed early out of, you can't help it, and you the only one up there with a big flap over your chest.
You said the flap, yeah.
And you see what I'm saying?
And that, so, now that alone, Kristi, brings attention. That alone brings attention.
That brings attention, and that girl,
and she feels,
and now she feels like, what's wrong with my body? The message that's sent across, what's wrong with my body? The body shaming starts then. And I know that, you know, people don't like to hear it, but that's you being separated and not in a good way. So now you feel like having breasts, oh my God, I'm fully developed, I must be ugly because I gotta hide it.
Yeah.
And I just simply say we need to teach people to be like, say, bruh, if you can't handle that, check yourself.
But then leave out of church at that time. When they praise dance coming, just leave out that time.
No, don't even leave. Just fix yourself. Yeah. Like, get yourself together. Yeah. Get yourself together.
Because I mean, at that point, Kristi, right? You said something that's really good. But here's the next question I have: is that a man insecurity, or is that a woman who is blaming it on a man for the insecurity that she has?
I think it could be both. That's individualized issue,
right?
Because we so busy worried about, you know, I was always that one in church. You so busy worried about what the man gonna be,
and the whole message is lost because the praise is supposed to be unto God.
Yep. Yeah, but here's the deal: you forget that they got women who like women in the church, so it's okay for us to worry about you worrying about turning the men on. What about turning the women on?
Right.
Like we don't address all of that stuff. Yeah. But it's I don't know. I just think
that makes it hard for those persons who want to do ministry. Like that makes it hard for them to want to do ministry, because like what you said, you're sitting there and just imagine, Kristi, you're sitting there and you know this from, like you said, you're top heavy. Could you imagine y'all sitting there the whole time and they constantly saying, well, ladies with the large breasts, we need you to put on two sports bras, and then we need you to cross it over.
I have been part of those conversations. There has been those.
Up. Well, you know, and then, let's put her on a flap. And then you're like, she's not even the lead dancer. So she's standing there on the end looking like a whole nut fool because she got on a whole flap, and everybody looking like, well, why everybody else like, instead of somebody saying all inclusive, well, then let's just wear the flaps. Because that way you know what I'm saying? We're going to keep Kristi included as well. But instead, Kristi now has been the sore thumb. Why does Kristi got on this flap? Because that's what I'm thinking while I'm looking at the dance routine. I'm like, Monica, I can't think about God. Because I'm like, now why Kristi got that flap on again? And she didn't get no feature me. She did no feature moves or nothing. But why that baby not have that flap on?
But it's what I know. Kristi mama and daddy. Kristi had the type of mom and daddy that would have been like, oh no, my daughter ain't about to wear that flap. Y'all just gonna get a whole new outfit. Because what she not about to do is be up there like you see. But I had them kind of parents that will nicely be like, who wearing that extra? And in high school, I didn't have that. I was blessed after my first son. But even as an adult, or I would have stood up and been like, I'd be damned if I'm getting up there with that by myself. Everybody gonna flap then we all gonna be up there because we won. But I would speak up for myself, or I would be like, well, I ain't doing this number because you ain't about to have me out there like that. But
that's no different.
It's just silly. And I see we got some comments. I know you got to go back and read some of them.
The little plus size girls, the little, as they say, the little fat girls want to dance, but I'll never forget this. One time I was at a church and I was sitting there at a practice listening, waiting for another practice. It was kids. And they said, well, we can't do that part of the routine because everybody not the same size. Girl, my eyes bucked up so fast, like, what you mean? Y'all can't do a certain part of a routine because of the size. And I'm like, well, what they doing? I'm like, wait a minute now. Hey, Kristi, Trina said.
Hey, Nanny Trina. How are you?
Chris says that a lot
go ahead.
Go ahead. No, tell us about Nanny
Trina is one of the greatest praise dancers right there. Me and her danced together in Lake Charles.
Okay.
But yeah. What
she sent us a video so we can show it.
What
she didn't have to wear no flap now, did she?
Oh no.
She had to wear no flap.
No, Trina had to wear no flap.
She had to wear no flap. Chris said it's a lot of stuff not being addressed. Oh, absolutely, Chris. And Monica said, I agree both. Yeah, that's true. And the whole message is lost because the praise is supposed to be unto God. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
And then
it's just we got that.
Yeah, then Chris said God and I are good. Oh, she was talking about her comment here when she said, I got a ton of messages for my birthday because I wore a red bustle. Bustier, sorry. And she said, I'm married. God love God, preacher's kid. I don't allow the convictions of others to reside in my reality. And then that's when she corrected it over there and said, God and I are good, and my husband has no quorum.
No quorums. I mean, hey, that's
so. I mean, yeah, that, and that's the truth. And that's another thing in itself is that when you're married, your mate, if your mate and you have agreed that this is what I want to see you in, this is how I want to see us represent everybody else, it does not matter. It's a bonus for the opinion of those who are outside. That's a bonus opinion. But the only people that matter is you. For one, you are the one who start off the opinion. And for two, it's your mate. After that, everybody else, it don't matter. Stop giving matter to those people who do not. But we have to also remember too, that because people don't have anything else in their life going, there are people that create these kind of narratives and storylines and attention catchers so that they can be relevant to the moment and that minute and try to get what they call, what is the 15 minute of fame? Because you're not going to even be remembered. And what you just did was you just made your Kaylin music
went outside.
Go up.
You just want some food, probably.
You didn't made her numbers go to the heights. You didn't made everybody identify who she is. She done brought so many more people to God because they looked at the yam, but then they went and Googled and say, now what she do? Oh, she's a gospel artist. Oh, well, let me hear her music. Oh, and then if you didn't hit major, whoo, girl, if you didn't listen to major, you'd have probably been slayed out and couldn't even get to a yam because she straight up threw you right out onto the ground because God done got you. Yeah. And remember, those are ways that he's doing to get this folks to us. Because when you get to talking about people, I'm going to talk about Kristi. I'm going to talk about Kristi. I'm talking about Kristi. Well, let me do a Google and find out who Kristi is. What? She done wrote a book? Well, let me get this book and read it and see what it says. Then now I'm sitting up here crying and hollering in her DM, man, woman of God, thank you so much for telling me your story. How can we connect? I need a group. Now, Kristi just set up there and win her booking spot to come help somebody. Why? Because you thinking you discrediting Kristi when you just set up here and blessed them all the way. That's why we gotta stop.
I think we don't need to be worried about the people. I hate the fact that Judy and Brett, they're I follow Judy on social media. Mm-hmm. I follow her on social media because I love her story. I love that, you know, she came from welfare, single mom, and now she's a multimillionaire. Yeah. And she knows how to market. Like, you can learn a lot from her. Yeah. And you know, they're currently in the headlines right now because Brett told a joke about, you know, they're having a baby through IVF, and they decide, you know, to share their story with the world. Yeah. And they, you know, they said that, you know, that their child is going to be biracial. You know, the father's dad is white. And Brett made just a poor joke at poor time. And she was like, yeah, the only black donor available looked like Jiminy Cricket. Like he made a joke. She made a joke. And of course, we do what we do. We all offended because they decided with their money. Right. Right. For the child that they gonna raise. Right. To choose this type of donor and not a black donor, because we good at telling folks that we good at canceling folks because they don't, God forbid, they don't have a full black baby. Right. Or they didn't go get the black donor. Right. But the fact that she had to take to social media, and because she says that she don't like people, she don't like the bad publicity, she don't like people thinking that, oh, she's so much, right? To the fact to where she's on her Instagram explaining to the world and posting her genetic results and saying, hey, the pool for black males are slim to none. Black men don't donate a lot. Right. And then you got genetic testing, and I have 4 disorders, and then match it up with this person disorders. And then, you know, they can tell you all that when you bring science in. Hey, you put y'all 2 together, then this child could have this, and this. And so, you know, when she starts to break down statistics and the science of it, I just remember thinking, God, I feel so like, for you to have to, number one, have to come and explain. And then number 2, you know, I was still reading some of the comments that people were saying. It was like, they lying to her. It's a lot of black men out there that's donating. I'm like, sis, who? How many of y'all did the research? I'm like, how are you telling somebody? And they're out there. What the deal is. And she kept saying, out of the black donors, this is all who was a good match. And let's just be honest. Why are they supposed to just take any black man because he black and he ain't cute to them? I'm not about to go lay up with just any damn body and make a baby, because guess what? We all freaking know that we talk about the looks of the baby. Come on here and let's stop acting like we get the baby here and we be like, ooh, hope they don't look like they daddy. Y'all know how black folks talk whenever they see. We did Beyonce and Jay-Z like that. We was like,
Blue look like her daddy.
Let's Blue look like her daddy. So let's just be honest.
Blue is a daddy's child.
Why do we want our child? Why are we? Listen, come here, ladies that didn't have a conversation with your people. I would tell a lady in a minute. Well, what he look like? We all want to know, well, girl, what he look like? And you might be like, me and my crew will be like, well, would you take a picture with him? Well, would you have a baby with him? We be looking at that. So why are we mad at them? I don't blame them. You want to be like, you ain't trying to dress your child up every day and make sure that little boy got a hat on every day. You got to make sure that your child gonna dress nice every day. You want your child coming this world and everybody constantly saying he got a cute outfit on. Oh, that outfit is cute, which means that your baby probably ain't. Come on now.
Look at his little cute self. Look at them little cute shoes.
Because I done said it a couple of times. Oh my God, that outfit is cute. And I done walked away saying, baby, they better keep some. This baby gonna have to know how to put it together for the rest of her life or for the rest of his life. Don't tell me y'all ain't walked away saying that. You know why? Because that's just who we are as humans, right?
As a coach.
So what? So Brett made an ill-timed joke. The social media is just going crazy, and the comments is like, "Well, all the money you got, you couldn't find a black man. Money don't make a black man." And here's the deal: I ain't not never heard of black men donating to the sperm bank. No. Because you know why we don't talk about that in our community? Because you know why we don't like to face the fact that there are women in our community that have a hard time conceiving. Oh my God, black women have because you know why? We don't want to talk about stuff like that. Just like we don't want to talk about mental health, just like we want to talk about certain black men have an issue with sperm count. There's certain stuff in our community we ain't gonna touch.
And we should. But you know, we have the early bird encouragement chat. You know, we can touch those things. Because like you said, I like the fact that Judy was using that as a way to make sure that they were.
But I hate that she went to that. Like she literally had her test results.
Yeah,
she had her test results, but and she was explaining to people, and I was like, "Oh, I just."
Good morning,
I just hate that she felt that she needed to do that, but like I get it. Like some people were really, well, I'm not gonna support her because you went out there and people so quick to cancel you. But that's a whole nother. Our cancel culture in the black community is amazing, baby. We'll cancel you over.
But I guess my question would be this: is she canceled well enough to where it's gonna put her to bankrupt?
Well, probably. Well, no, I'm sure not. Sure not. But here's the deal: but you still ain't trying to be canceled in the bankrupt. But I think, and I think that's just her personality. I think that's just her personality. Like I said, I follow Judy. I follow Super because you tell me you take two black women that I know the world wasn't giving a handout to, that worked their way up from bartending off Bourbon Street in a 2-bedroom apartment, barely making it, and in 3 and 4 years they multi-millionaires. Oh, I'm gonna follow you, baby. I don't give a damn how many tats, this and that. I'm about to fight, and you can show up in the world as
and not only that. That Super brought them friends along, and them friends grabbed it. They got a hold to it, and they have created their own.
When you follow their story, like I follow Brett and Super, and Brett was Brett Super, Judy and Super. Judy and Super was friends first. Judy told Super, "Hey, I'm doing this," but she was the type of friend. She was like, "Okay, now when we're gonna get your million next year, and this is how you do this and that." I mean. I keep saying Brett. Judy and Super story, how Judy kept on the Super and was like, "I know you got all this money, but don't keep buying this outright." Like she kept putting her on to the game to get real estate, to do this and that. She kept putting her on to game, and I just, B. Marie, like all of them. I look at all of them
and that's when B. Marie did her thing. That's when Black Tat did his thing. Yeah,
I love all of that. And I follow them because they pull their own self up, and they put you on the game, and they talk in their language. I love when Super get on there and just give free game, about any and everything, and they just matter of fact. And
shared her love stories. She shared her highs and lows. She shared her health and everything. Yeah. Absolutely. That's a real walkthrough, Kristi. When I say we looking for somebody to tell us that,
I love
that whole entire full service story, that's what you're talking about.
I love them.
I started from the bottom. Now look at me. I'm in the $1 million house. Well, baby, what happened in the middle? Yeah.
They talk about that. I mean, like all three of them talk about it. Like Judy right now is talking about how she, I know for a while she was posting, she bought a strip mall and she bought this and this and this. And now she is excited. She said, "I'm so glad I'm selling all of this stuff." She said, "I moved too fast. I got the wrong advice." She was like, to the upkeep and the repair with all of that is too much money. She said, "So now I got to sell it." And she was big with all of her millions. And with all of her knowledge, she was like, "Yeah, I moved too fast and buying all these properties. I got to sell some. It's too much." I don't know. I just like following them. But I say all that to say is that I hate that they are having to go back and recorrect themselves, because these people are dragging these two black women. And I know they give them a hard time because they live in a homosexual lifestyle. And I don't think they would have drugged the black man that bad. Right. I don't think they would have drugged the black man if they would have said, well, I didn't pick this girl because she didn't look as pretty as this one. I don't think the black man would have gotten drugged as much. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. I don't think
I
so.
like the fact that you said that she told them the statistics and the numbers.
She
See,
did.
that's the thing for me. That's why I said she used that as an opportunity to teach. It was
But
a teachable
we
moment, but of course
that.
they're not trying to pick up the teachable moment. But
they kept missing it. Like somebody in the comments said, "You mean to tell me out of all the black men y'all know, y'all couldn't find not one to be the sperm donor?" And I'm just like, I'm thinking, are y'all not listening? It's just not as easy as go to the black man that you know and say, "Hey, would you like to come jack off in a cup and get your DNA and genetics tested? And let's make sure you're this and this. And oh, hey, would you mind being the father to our child? Oh, hey, get the fuck out of here in these comments." And I'm just like,
right.
Yes, Trina, reading is fundamental. I'm just like, where are we coming up with this? Like, what are you saying? It's I just hate that she had to explain it. She had to explain it to people whose mindset is here, and she was talking well over their head.
Yep.
Because they will never get it. Because they will never get it.
No, they're not, because a lot of times they're not getting it because theirs is in the traditional way of leaving.
And you just can't fathom.
Which is the fact, the fact of it is that they have made a choice to really honestly go the direction of IVF instead of what way we would go is we gonna get with the man, be with the man, he gonna go and get some milk and eggs and never come back. That's the kind of way that they are accustomed to. Well, there's more ways, like you said. There is infertility issues. There is, troubles with men having an adequate sperm count, and it's something that, hey, it's happening.
But let's just be honest. The fact that they can, if we could get genetic testing, and if we could know who we mixing and mingling our genes and genetics, and know that this person have this and this person have this, and it's a chance our child will be this and this, we would make better decisions too. I mean, let's look at sickle cell in the black community.
Yeah.
You have two parents that are carriers. They don't have to have no symptom. They're carriers. You're going to have a child with sickle cell. Yeah. And 8 times out of 10, that child is going to have an early death and have a lifetime of pain, a lifetime of back and forth to the hospital. Yeah. You think if you didn't know that in advance, that you probably would not have procreated? Yeah. Let's just be honest. And Judy was like, I'm a carrier. It doesn't affect me, but I'm a carrier. And if I mix and mingle with a man that's a carrier, our child gonna come here and live 2 years. Yeah. You think if we don't know that? Yeah. And so I'm like, kudos to her for not just saying.
Talking about Brett. She said Brett was the one that said she wanted to actually be able to experience childbirth as well.
Well, Judy was having trouble. At first, it was going to be Judy that was going to be the carrier because she had been the one. And Brad's age, Brad is almost 50. And so that's why they couldn't use her egg. But Judy was trying, but she had a whole lot of issues. And like, she almost died in the hospital. Like, if you watch their story. So it had to, so then they was like, well, Brad, why let's see about you carrying, and it still be Judy's egg. But Judy was going to be the carrier. Because she had 3 kids already. But it was just issues with that. But it's just, I mean, it's just like, I don't know what's wrong with us. And sometimes we don't want to open our mind to something different. Mm-hmm. It's just hard to fathom that anyway, because that's just not our world. That's not our world. And here's the deal. It's quite a few of us that want to have children and cannot have children. And they go, I'm in the foster care and adoption world. Right. And there's a lot of straight adopt places where people go and pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to just straight adopt a kid from a parent who just, teenage parent or whoever, and say, I don't want my baby. And honey, you don't know what you're getting. Yeah. And as far as I'm saying, you don't know the genetic mix up. Yeah. Some of these girls don't know who the father is, or they can't give a good this and that. So people are paying top dollar for babies, for a baby. But I just, our community just needs to be.
That's just like when they go to third world countries and purchase babies.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they bring them back and they have some things going on, like you said, genetically and things happening with them, and
So it was just sad the way that they was just like, our society. And granted, Brad's joke was ill time, and Judy said that she was like, my wife made a joke, and it was just not a good joke, and because she was in jest saying that, and we took it to the thousands, and now all of a sudden they ain't down no more. They got all this money and they ain't down. I'm like, because they chose some white sperm.
I think too,
because they chose white sperm.
I was just getting ready to say, I think too, because they decided to go with a white donor.
They had to go with what was available to them.
But that was the thing. I mean, they would have never said nothing had she said, yeah, and he's a black, I have a black donor, but he looked like Jiminy Cricket. Everybody would have been laughing. Then before you know it, all the memes would have been out. What Brat baby look like? Oh, they would have took it to the next level. But
they
now,
still.
right. But now there is these opportunities for them to say, well, no, we was not able to utilize the people that was available in our culture. So we went outside our culture. Oh, now you're mad. Now you're pissed. Now you're upset.
It was just like, but
it goes back again. What do I say? What I just said, judgment. You're passing this judgment, and you're gonna be the judge, the jury, and all these things. When again, you as a person sitting there, you probably can't afford the first payment.
This is my deal. I was just thinking like, child, Judy ain't about to knock on my door for me to help pay for nothing. So good, go have 50 kids with all the nationalities for all I care. For all I care. Okay. Yeah. But that's just my thought on that. I ain't gotta pay for it, huh? It ain't gonna follow me. It ain't not personally.
Y'all need me to pay. Y'all need me to pay, because if you need me to pay, y'all gonna be some single family homes. Y'all gonna have just them adult children.
Look, it's not gonna follow me to take that, to have to make that payment. They gonna come into the system. So you mean to tell me, so Judy and Brad gonna have a child, they're gonna be able to take care of them, they're gonna be able to do that. Okay, right. I don't care about that. But anywho, I hate that for her, that she had to come and defend, like Simone Biles had to come and defend. I love it when celebrities just don't say nothing. I like it when they just let the people think and talk and think, and then we show how ignorant we are, and they just be. I'm pretty sure they be sitting back counting their little dollars, and being like, they're so dumb.
But I know for Simone, she's worked so hard to continue to make sure her story would be out to help someone, and they understood that, that baby really, truly, honestly is grateful for the platform and where she come from. And so that's just who she is as a person. I got a chance to meet her at her gym when they had before they had built the new gym, and she was such a sweetheart, just so sweet, and was loving and wanted to make sure she talked to everybody, and just pure. Just a pure-hearted kid. And that right there alone lets you know, and her parents, they really did take out that time to raise her and her sister and brother. They just, they was raised with real good, pure hearts. So when you have those experiences and you want to share it, it does bother you. It bothers your spirit to know that you're going to sit there and look at my edges and say, you're going to discredit my whole outfit, my beat, my outfit, and everything. You're going to sit and say, her edges ain't laid. Her edges was laid well.
And listen, and that's why, speak again to, I love the way Issa Rae popped out on the magazine and said, oh, I'm with somebody. I love it. Who else did that? Somebody else did that. I see they face, but I can't think that they. Listen, and y'all be wondering why folks don't be wanting to get on these social medias and tell y'all their business. I don't blame them. It's just because people gonna find something to say. People gonna find something to say about something.
Oh yeah, they gonna have something to say.
And then the folks be wanting that spotlight. The folks be wanting that spotlight. I'm like, y'all sure y'all want that spotlight? Y'all don't have to ever not put me in no spotlight, because I'm guaranteed you're gonna find some imperfections, and I'm not really gonna care nothing about it. But that spotlight is brutal. That spotlight is brutal.
Yeah,
it just is.
I want to say we handle our spotlight very well. We provoke thinking thoughts every day. We get the people where they need to be, and I'm super excited about you guys joining us and coming on as you do. And I just believe that in this conversation, We're gonna open up some mind thoughts. We're gonna make sure that the people understand what needs to be happening. She says, Trina says that they've been talking about bias hair for way too long. I'm sick of it. Yes, ma'am. They have.
Trina.
They did that with what's the little girl named Douglas? Gabby Douglas.
I mean, they've been doing it since the beginning of time. We talked about Venus and Serena with their braids. I mean, at this point, it's like, can y'all find something else to pick on us about?
I like how Dominique Dawes came in and really did cover Simone. She showed up, took care of Simone, and made sure that Simone understood, baby, be married, love your husband and your kids, and keep it moving. Good morning, Trish.
And call it a day.
And that's what it is. That's where you keep it to. I think that's beautiful. And the purpose of this conversation is to make sure that you guys understand. Stop being so dang on judgmental. Keep your judgment hat to yourself, because as you are judging someone is sitting there judging you too. And it's going to be worse. And you have to understand, we're all different. And to my super saved saints, let me help you again. If you want to draw them close to God, please stop being so judgmental. Give them Jesus. Give them the word. The word will convict people to pull their dresses down when they're ready. The word will convict people to stop behaving in the fashions that they're behaving in. Let the word do the work. Your job is not to sit there and convict the people. Your word that you give to them is nothing but God. I promise you, God can do his very best work. I promise you he can. Jerome says, good morning, brother. He said, looking at the people who's talking, jealous. That's probably about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And Trina says that if your edge is not all the way down, your brows,
down to your brows and slip there. Yes, because I know I'm sick of them baby hairs. I'm so sick of them baby hairs.
They have a problem. Trina, you sure right, girl, because I'm trying to understand, when did baby hair start here? I don't know. And again, it's not okay to make somebody feel little, women. It's not okay to make a sister feel bad, girl. We are supposed to be empowering each other. We're supposed to be uplifting each other. Can we please show that? Show the beauty of that. So do me a huge favor, ladies. Y'all know I'm always liking to challenge us. Let's say something kind and nice when you see something that's a little strange to you. Let's say something kind and nice. Let's put our good energy, positive love. Please. I want to say again, Leah was ugly, tender to the eyes. That's what the Bible says. But I don't believe Rachel made Leah feel belittled because she was much more beautiful than her sister. I truly believe that Rachel was so kind and nice to her sister. Why? Because the Bible speaks about how Leah was ugly. And Leah was ugly in attitude too. But Rachel was sweet and kind. So therefore, she did not judge her sister based upon her appearance when the world knew her sister was ugly. But here's the thing. I want to say that Rachel empowered her sister to make sure she understood that her sister was beautiful. And it was on her sister, like my brother said, jealousy that made her decide that she was just going to be ugly. Trish said, and it's called baby hairs for a reason. I'm going to need, this girl said, I'm going to need these senior citizens to stop with the baby hair. That's true.
That's a fact on that.
And then Chris says the baby hair comes from when they were young and wearing the big piece.
I know where it comes from. I know where it comes from. I remember, but it was true baby. It was the hair you just couldn't catch.
Yeah, it was the baby. And again, you still have it. Your natural baby hair, it actually does. It lays like this. It's just naturally laying. It's not where we just swooped it out with a, what is it called? That little brush, that little toothbrush.
I don't know what it's called. I want to know what it's called.
You know,
I don't care. It needs to disappear.
You know, it goes down here, and then we just shaped it like we shaped it.
I'm not gonna do it.
But come on now, let's just do something different. Let's pray.
That's fine. That's what y'all want to do though. That's for the young generation. Yeah, let's go.
Did you have a mental health? Did you have a mental health statement that can help the people with this?
No, I don't. I just want to tell people once again, I'm just gonna reiterate. I like the people who don't take the time to address the people under. I think there's great restraint in not having to address everything that's brought out to the forefront. Like you don't have to address everything. Like don't let that wear on you. Everything don't need to be addressed. And I abide by that in my personal life. Like I pick and choose my battles. You're gonna lose some battles to win the war. So some battles it ain't worth fighting. And in some battles you protect your mental. So I just pick and choose my battles. Some stuff I just sit back and be like, oh, okay. Because it's gonna blow over. It's gonna blow over. This society has a short attention span. It's gonna be on to the next. The next headline that come up is on to them. They're gonna straight forget about. So yeah, don't work yourself up about stuff like that. If a good therapist, my therapist told me, and then we can end on this and get a good therapist thing. My therapist told me when you start to worry about stuff or have anxiety about stuff, or you really worry about this and that, is it gonna affect you in the next couple of years? Is it a life or death situation? Is it something that's in or out of your control? Based on your answers to that, child, go ahead and rest your head. Go ahead and rest your head in your mind.
See?
And call it a day.
That's your
Turn the comments off. Don't listen. Don't listen to it.
Jerome said before we go, ain't nothing natural about the baby hairs we see today.
And that's facts on that.
Go ahead on the prayer side, Kristi.
And that's facts on that. Father God, we thank you for today. We thank you for allowing us to come before you and talk to the people early this morning. We thank you that laughter is good and it is medicine to the soul, God. We ask that you just be before us today. Surround us with your goodness, Father God. Bring to our minds some of the mental health challenges that we may be having, things that we can deal with, Father God. And just help us as we go through Mental Health Month, Father God. That you allow us to get the help for the things that we may talk about and the things that we don't talk about. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Listen, it's not about what we say. It's about how we make you feel. And man, we hope we made you feel some type of way. Have an amazing day, Kristi.
Bye.